Hey guys, Nuie here, back again with our second portion of our DC run through. We were doing the demonic ring wing this time, so we I'm just gonna run through all that, all the bosses and everything that's involved with it. Be aware, I did speed up the beginning of this video because it's a lot of just flying around and moving to locations, and the first boss is a little bit time consuming because of well, it's just we did this with so few people, it just took a little bit longer than we planned, so I tried to speed it up a little bit to get you through it. But as you see, we'll just skipping through a couple of the mobs. For explanation on those mobs, it's really just the little ones need to be tanked away from the bigger one, and then everybody needs to DPS the bigger one and then kill the little ones is how those work. But here's the first boss. He's called World Leader. The way this boss works is that half portion of your raid will need to get up on these dragons and get up here and flame attack this dragon, this giant boss with their dragon attacks. And then another portion of the raid will need to stay up in this room, and there's going to be a whole bunch of ads that just keep spawning, and they need to keep killing those. The reason they need to make sure they kill those ads is because those ads can attack these dragons that we're riding on, and we won't be able to kill the boss if those ads reach that. So the only thing to really be aware of this is that depending on your level when you come in here, you may or may not need to shield yourself. If you're coming in at max level, you shouldn't need to shield yourself. It really won't do a lot of damage to you. And the other thing you need to be aware of is that you need to keep your flame stacks active. That is the only way to really get this boss down quickly, is by making sure that everyone who's doing this dragon phase is getting max stacks. So as you'll see, my friend will get to about 18 and I'll get to about 15 because I messed up because I didn't realize that it does not auto target to the boss. But just stay focused and you'll get him down like that. As I said, I just sped up the beginning of this video, but the continued portion of this video after this boss will be returning to normal speed so that we can really get through the rest of the wing. But after we get done with that boss, you just head up the stairs and head up here, and then there's a little bit of more ads. Those ads right there are super important because they allude to the next boss. For the next boss here, you're gonna have to kill her twice, and so these little worm prophets show you how to do that, where it's gonna be the one on the outside can be damaged, and then he's gonna spawn a little portal, and people in the raid need to go inside of this portal and then kill the one inside, and then the people outside can kill the one outside. It's the same way the boss works, and it's a great way to see it. But we skip all of them up to this one because this one is known to bug the raid, and it will keep a debuff on you that keeps damaging you until it kills you. So this is the only one we really do and really focus on. But as you'll see, he'll summon that little portal. We have our mage go inside and kill him. So she goes in, and kills it, and then that dies, and then we just head down the stairs. And then that's how we get to our second boss down here, who is Nav. Now Nav, other than her little portal feature, she also puts out a VI ability. It looks exactly the same as my VI ability in my 1 key on my toolbar. It goes out into the raid, and the raid needs to separate away from each other far enough that they can still get inside the portal whenever they need to, but close enough that, or not, well, my bad, close enough that they can still get inside of the portal when they need to, but far enough away that they don't spread volatile infection to each other. So when you get in here, you're just going to DPS her down, as preferably as far as you can. Depending on DPS, you may get her lower, but as soon as she gets to 1%, she'll just absorb all damage, so it really won't matter from that point. Then from this point, you're just waiting for her to spawn that little portal. As you can see, we separate nice and well here, so that we can still see where the portal's at, but also are close enough to not spread, or far enough away to not spread volatile. So I get the orb, so I hop inside of it, and I get in there, and I'll just kill her down very quickly. She's nothing super special, but if you're a bit lower geared, or lower level, this can be a little bit more of a difficult boss in terms of getting inside here and properly separating the party. But once you get in there, you just kill her kill her down, and then the one outside can be killed as well. And then you have this little timer that will, it's right there, it's the first one, that will tell you how long you're going to be stuck here in this plane. I always walk this way because this is towards the rest of the raid, but be aware there's ads that are going to spawn right in front of me, so I don't go much farther than this little crack here, because I know there's going to be ads that are spawned there. That's the first quest that you'll complete in this wing. And then the next one will be the Earthbreaker. He's the last boss in here. Again, we're going to try to skip as many mobs as we can because it just saves time. It's not really killing, not really necessary. I got screwed over here a little bit because they both just took the path and blocked me off, so I got pulled on that boss. But, I mean, it's not really a big deal. We'll just kill him down quickly. Do be aware, though, this wing does have invisible mobs. They are skeletons, and they do summon pools of acid that do % health damage. So be aware of those. I will show you exactly where those are going to be. Again, we're just going to skip the majority of the mobs, though, because it's not really necessary to kill. But yeah, just be sure to follow the paths we're taking, because it's the easiest way to skip the mobs. At lower levels, you'll pull the mobs anyway, so it's not really necessary, but I mean, if you're higher level and you just want to get this done quickly, this is the best way to get around them. Okay, after this guy, I believe, is where the first of the invisible mobs will spawn. Wow, she really pulled him. The first of the invisible mobs will spawn up just a little bit up here. I don't know, maybe it's after this one. Yeah, it's after that one. After that one, just in that room, and you'll see, as you'll see, it's all those invisible mobs. They'll just spawn. They drop these green pools of acid, and if they look like that, just avoid them if all possible. They do quite a bit of % health damage, so they're pretty annoying. But as you just keep progressing, I'll start discussing the last boss. The last boss is Earthbreaker in this wing. He's a gigantic crab. He's small, much smaller than World Eater, but he's still pretty big in terms of boss size. This ads are unavoidable, so we had to kill him. But what he does, most notably, is that he will spawn tentacles periodically that will trap the members of your raid. Now, this is why this raid can be very difficult to solo, unless you have higher DPS, because once you are trapped, you're kind of stuck there. There's not a lot you can do, and you need someone to free you. Also be aware that he puts a stack on whoever's tanking him, so as that damage increases, you may or may not need to switch tanks depending on your gear when you get in here. But as you'll see, we'll just DPS him down. I will stay away from him, and he spawns the first tentacle on our mage, and you'll see that it's right there, it's right around her, and it's just trapping her. But because we're both summoners and then one mage, we all do AoE damage, so it's pretty easy to kill that while still focusing the boss. But once he's done, he drops that corpse blade, which you'll need later, and then he sends you back to Nihaz with yet another quest telling you that you need to kill Nihaz. Once again, there's a whole bunch of lore tied in. You guys can feel free to read it and enjoy it, but I'm not a huge lore bot, so sorry about that. But that is the end of the Demon Wing. Next episode, I will be doing the Wormface Wing. So hope you all enjoyed, and be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.